help everyone feel safe. To build a positive live chat experience for you and your viewers, choose who can participate. Set a delay between messages, hide or put people in timeout, manage messages held for review, and moderators to your channel. Okay, I'm just gonna close that. Am I live? I'm live. Hey YouTube, how are you? How have you been? I have missed you. I have seriously missed you, YouTube. We started together, and I'm back. I'm back right here, right now, on the Roger Roth Show, and this is really the start of my social media where I'm gonna keep up with it. I know I've been saying this for 20 years, but I mean it because there's been a disturbance in the force, and I'm starting to wish I hadn't said it that way, but what's changed is my idea has gone from idea to holy shit, this is real. And what am I doing? A lot of people ask that question, mainly me, if I'm being completely honest. But when it comes to making movies and dreaming up ways to release movies, I'm an expert. I know how to make movies, I make movies, and I have dreamed up what I think is going to be the greatest movie distribution platform ever. And if it's not great for filmmakers, then I built it wrong. It's called Imboxo, and it stands for Internet Movie Box Office. Why did I build Imboxo? It's a good question. All right. Whew. Gonna pick that up in a second. Oh, we have two people on YouTube here. Welcome. I don't know who you are. This is my first time on YouTube Live, except for one other time, but I don't really remember it, and I didn't learn much because I don't think I was this. All right. So anyways, welcome back to, okay, I already did my intro. Why did I just get off the subject? Because I needed a drink of water, and then we're gonna do this. I am gonna tell you why I am going to build the greatest movie distribution platform for filmmakers ever built. That is my dream, that is my goal. If it's not the greatest distribution platform for filmmakers to be able to make their movies and release their movies, then I built it wrong. Imboxo is almost ready to show you. And that is, all right, we've got a question. I love this. Thank you for being here. You're one of the first people on YouTube here. What are you talking about? Thank you. I was actually taking a break between what I talked about. Let me start again, and thanks for queuing it up. Feel free to interview me. All right, here it is. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a father. No, okay, you know what? All right, I had old words in my head. Here's what I'm doing. I'm Roger Roth. I'm a father, filmmaker, and comedian, and I am fixing what's broken about Hollywood movie distribution. I am building what I know is going to be the greatest movie distribution platform I could ever dream of, and it's already ready for me to almost see it. And it's been a whole thing, and I'm going to talk about why I'm building this platform. So I got distracted by the fact that there's actually people here already, and that's what I love about YouTube. So welcome to the show. I'm talking about a digital distribution platform called Imboxo. It stands for Internet Movie Box Office, and I've actually built it. It's built, and I'm gonna start testing it here in a minute. Still just getting into it. I am following my dream. I am living my passion, and I hope you are too. And to all my creator friends out there, my filmmaker friends out there, and my comedian friends out there, and my actor friends out there, let's make movies. I make movies every single day that I can, which is almost every single day, whether it's one shot or one moment that I film straight from real life, like a movie that I see in my head. I have built a distribution platform that is going to get creators paid on every play, fair or better than fair, from the first second to the last second of every play. That is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, if anyone wants to steal Imboxo, you're gonna have to do one thing better in order to do it. And you're gonna have to treat creators awesomely. Creators need to get paid on every play so that they can sustain their movies and keep making them for all of you. It almost makes sense, right? Oh my God, I love this show. They ran out of money. Well, guess what? If you love watching movies, sorry, just had a million thoughts go by, and if you love watching movies, we're setting up Imboxo to also be awesome for discovering great movies from around the world. It is a global mission, and I hope you'll join me building what I already know is going to be the greatest movie distribution platform ever. If it's not, then I built it wrong, and I will continue to build it. If someone else builds this and it's totally fair and awesome for filmmakers, I'll probably use that too. And if there's 2 platforms in the world or 3 that can do it, that's even better for filmmakers. So the one thing though is, if anybody's gonna steal Imboxo, they're gonna have to do one thing better than Imboxo. They're gonna have to treat creators better than ever. And that is the design of the platform, to get creators paid on every play. And why did I build it? Let's get to it. Waiting on a helicopter. Sounds like we're waiting on a couple helicopters. You're like, why are we waiting? It's almost a tradition. I mean, when you make a movie and you hear an airplane or a helicopter, you gotta be like, all right, waiting on a plane. Well, it's gone and I'm not. So I'm gonna do it while I'm here. Let's see, back in the 1990s, mid-90s, the first time, let me start that story again, just so it looks better on the replay. In the 1990s, okay, so I moved to Hollywood to make movies the day I graduated, well, the day after I graduated, well, 2 days after I graduated from college. I had to go get all my stuff from my childhood home because it was being sold, and I moved to California to finally get to make movies. And what I quickly learned is it all kind of came to a pause. Like, I'd been making movies in high school since I'm 11, after school, and, be home by the time the lights come up, the street lights, so to speak. And I would make movies every day, maybe after my homework, I don't know. The point is when I got to California, it was like, wait, we're having coffee? Okay, all right, we're having coffee. All right, so we're not making the movie, we're having coffee. Okay, we're having coffee. And for those of you who don't know, which I've done my research, it's most people who are not in the movie business, it's really hard to make a movie, and it's even harder to sell a movie. And making the movie is 50%, selling it is the other 50%. And until now, meaning the last few years, it's been really, really difficult to sell a movie and do it yourself. But Imboxo is a way that we're all going to be able to do it ourselves together. Movie distribution. So on Imboxo, we're going to release movies together. Together, we are movie distribution. And so I built it to solve a problem. My problem is, so I got my heart broken in Hollywood many times, but the first 2 times was when I learned how hard it is to make a movie and when I learned how hard it is to sell a movie. And I remember standing on Melrose, which is a street in LA, and thinking, this sucks. Like, who do I call? We didn't have the internet. We had the creative directory, and you could go buy it for like what felt like $1 gazillion at Samuel French, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, cinematic bookstore in Los Angeles. It was amazing. And you could go in there and you could find your subjects and you could get your books that you needed, but technology took over, and we all know that story. Well, it's time for creators to be able to make and release their movies as quickly as they can think of them, make them, and release them, and monetize them, and on every play. And so that's what's coming down the pipe. And back to why did I build Imboxo? It's because I need it. I need to be able to distribute my movies. I don't even know who to call. I've been here since 1993. Who do you call to release your movie? If you look at all the movies that are made, it's always someone else distributing the movies. And that's if you can even it's a whole secret world. And I wasn't that great at navigating scratch that. You know what? I tried it all. I tried making movies. I tried making commercials. I tried making music videos. And I did make movies. And I did make commercials. And I did make music videos. But there was always this, why can't I just make movies? That's why I came out here. And it just doesn't happen that way. For me, it's not like I'm driving and someone's like, hey, roll down your window. Do you make movies? And I'm like, bzzz. Why, yes, I do. It's great screenplays don't just fall out of the sky into the moonroof of the car. Do they still call it a moonroof? I don't know. Bottom line is, they definitely call it a sunroof. Okay, but I digress. Why am I building the world's greatest movie distribution platform that I can? Because I have to. And as soon as it's built, I am going to make it available to all of you who also have the same pain points. I'm not even going to pretend like, do you have problems distributing your movie? I know you do. I know you do. I hear you. I see you. I honestly thought somebody else would build this by now. It hasn't happened, so I've built it. I'm moving into my testing phase, and it has grown really nicely from the original idea to just what else can we do? But the simple function of the Internet Movie Box Office is to get creators paid on every play. It's like a movie ticket and you get it punched. That's how it worked in the old days. You go see the movie, you pay for the movie. And I just saw the comments. Hello, Raymond. You are the first shout out, not only on the Roger Roth Show, but while talking about Imboxo, and I'm glad you're here. Are you a filmmaker? Feel free to ask me questions, but my mission right now is to just figure out a way to communicate this to all of you. I am taking you on the journey with me, building what I think is going to save Hollywood, if I'm being honest. And I've seen this for over 20 years. I've always been like, this is not a winning proposition. Like, if you study the studio model and you study why things got really bad over the years, for me, it was clear. And the really cool thing about this is once it's built, we can use it. We can use it. You can use it, I can use it, we can use it. We want to do something collaborative? Boom, we're doing something collaborative. You want to do it by yourself? Do it by yourself. But the great part about Imboxo is you're going to be able to monetize your movies from the very first play. Every single play counts. And not like per 1,000. It's like every single play. Like someone saw your movie and you get paid. That's what I'm building. And I can't wait to share it with you. If I'm being totally honest, this is my third time building this platform. And along the way, I've learned some terms like vaporware. For those of you who don't know what vaporware is, that's where you build, hold on, let me get that again. For those of you who don't know what vaporware is, it's where you spend more money than you probably wanted to, building a bunch of code that you can no longer use because something happened along the way, and that's all I'm gonna say. Because I really don't like talking negatively about people. It's, life happens and it's happening. Which is why I think all of you need to know that there's something bigger and better out here for you. And it's not just Imboxo. It's what you can do on Imboxo. You can make your movies like you dream your movies. And how do you do that? What does that look like? Is maybe what you're asking yourself, I'm guessing, because nobody's exactly chatting it up with me, but that's okay. This is going pretty good for the very first YouTube Live. And so I just thought I should probably smile just to at least have a good picture to cut to for the poster, of this live chat. All right, so, but seriously, it's so easy to get caught up in all the details of everything in life. As you know, I don't need to tell you about that. All I need to tell you about is Imboxo. It's almost here. It's my third build of it, and it's really going to be a game changer for me, and I know it's going to be a game changer for you if you use it. And I can't wait to introduce it to you and the rest of the world. And together we are movie distribution. And we all know this. We've always known this, that if we could just rally somehow together, we could not only make these things, but we could release these things together. And so I would say that I just got distracted. I see that there's 7 people watching live, and I'm really glad you're here. I hope you are filmmakers, and I know something already about filmmakers. You know how to tell people, hey, I got a movie. But sometimes that's not good enough. And but I do hope that you'll tell people that help is on the way. It's called Imboxo, and I am working every day at making this thing closer to actually being where you can upload your movies and release them like you dream them. And what you can do today, do you have movies that you've made? Let's get them up on the platform. And the only way to get them on the platform right now is through our first film festival called Frame Breakers. And if you go to, and I'll put it down in the comments, but if you go to framebreakers.com, no, that's not it. If you go to Imboxo, I do it. Anyways, let's not side tangent. Is a side tangent a tangent? No, aren't all tangents on the side? That's what I meant to mean. Let's not wordsmith that. Okay. Back to why did I build Imboxo? Jeez Louise, woo! We're here. I mean, seriously. Like, the platform is alive. It works, but it needs to be tested and it needs to be added to in a few places that may or may not be in version 1, but we're so close. And I'm taking you on the journey with me. Not only are you going to get to hang out with me as I make my movies, you're going to get to hang out with me while I build a digital distribution platform that is going to change the way I make and release movies. And I know it's going to change the way you make and release movies too. And that's why I built it, so that we can just be like, holy cow, we make movies, we sell movies. We make movies, we sell movies. We make movies, you get it. What you don't get is, how come I can't sell my movie? That has been like every filmmaker's mantra. Like, who do you call? And it's no longer going to be about who do I call. It's just where do I place it so that it can go to the people that want to see your movies. That technology exists. That's here. There's all kinds of ways to reach audiences. And as we figure out each new way, those are going to just become available to you, creators. And I've spent a lot of time thinking about it for people who just love watching movies. You don't care about the creation of movies, I get it. You're basically going to be able to let great movies find you. And I am really excited about that. And they're going to be from around the world. So what I was saying is, if you want to get your movie on the platform earlier than normal, what you can do is you can actually go to imboxo.io, and that's our Discover page. And we have our first film festival, Frame Breakers, and you can enter it. And we want to see your movies. We don't care when they were made. I believe that movies get better over time. If you make them that way, for sure, they do. And I do. I've been making movies for over 20 years where I just shoot them. I haven't even edited them yet because I don't know how I'm going to release them. And I didn't have my own Imboxo. But once you have your own Imboxo and I have my own Imboxo, the way that we're going to release movies and monetize them is going to be like never before. And so, as much as I wanted to build the platform, I also immediately started dreaming about, well, what is the content going to look like in 20 years from now? And I could tell you about what the change that happened was that really opened the possibility for filmmakers. And it's when film was no longer the only medium to make a movie. You could do it on digital video. And when that happened in the late 1990s, early 2000s, I realized I need to embrace this digital thing. And as soon as the internet and the digital, it was like, wait a second, we could be releasing movies. And I can't believe it's taken me 20 years to get here, but we're here. And if I'm being completely honest, you're going to see that story and two others converge right in front of the lens. And what do I mean by that? I've been thinking about what kind of, I got really sad. I just looked up and I've got 0 followers. I had 7 for a second and it felt good to know you were there. But it doesn't matter. I make movies by myself and I'm going to release them by myself. But I think you will too. And that's the cool thing about it, is that you are going to be able to make your movies and sustain making your movies. So I think I've covered pretty much why did I make it. And I made it because I need it. I need to be able to make money from my movies. And I've created a way to do that, and I'm gonna make it available to all of you as soon as it's ready and tested and works for me. I'm not gonna give it to you if it doesn't work for me, then I'm not sure it'll work for you. But I will get it going, and I hope you come on the journey with me, and I'll be back. I really am glad to see you guys on YouTube again. I'm gonna sustain this. I'm gonna keep this going, and I'm bringing you on the mission to fix what's broken about Hollywood distribution. It's time us creators got paid on every single play, fair or better than fair. And there's a way to do that, and the people at the top need to want that to happen, and I want that to happen. And I'm building a platform for that to happen. And once again, if I didn't, I'll say it, if it's not great for filmmakers, then I built it wrong. I want to say that one other way, which is, if it's not great for creators, I built it wrong. Okay. All right, anyways, I've had fun. I hope you have, and we'll see you again soon. You can go to, once again, Imboxo.io, add your name to the Discover page so that you can get in the loop. If you want to submit your movies to Frame Breakers, we can't wait to see them, and it's a global online festival and movie festival, and it's gonna be rad. It's cool. So anyways, we'll catch you in the next beat, and or in the next scene. That'd be very 80s, like catch you in the next scene. Okay, don't ever do that again, Roger. Okay. All right. We'll catch you in the next scene. Just kidding. Okay, I was joking. All right. Catch you in the next scene. Boop, bink, bonk, boom. All right, how do I end this live? I have no clue. I hit live. Am I live? I am live. Oh, the X. Boom. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? I really don't, but I'm going to. See you guys soon. See you in the next scene.